Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome inside the Erie's News Now Alert Desk. Isaac Petcash, Jamison Hicksonbaugh joining you. It is going to be an investigative story today for what we are working on. Jamison, we have a story that not a lot of people really know about right now. There is a new proposal in place to basically revamp Pennsylvania's transportation system.
Yeah, it's huge. It has the potential to impact just about everybody who owns a vehicle in the state, and it's going to be kind of spread out as it stands right now over the next 5 years. So there is a lot to this plan that we need to lay out for you tonight.
So here's the question. The question that a lot of you might be asking is how exactly did this proposal get put into play? What are the containments of the plan, and how will it work moving forward? We're going to show you on our alert desk here with some of the graphics that our producer Alex made. So here's the goal of the project, and we can outline this a little bit more in depth for you tonight starting at 5. Reshape the transportation industry with the amount of funding that we have in the state of Pennsylvania and eliminate the gas tax, Jamison. That was a big thing. The 58 cents a gallon gas tax was a big proponent of this proposal.
It absolutely was. And we're actually the second highest in the country just after California. So they've been talking about this for a while, but there's a committee of about 42 people who've kind of come up with a plan. The thing is, not one of them was from Erie County.
That's another big part of this investigation, too. We're trying to look into why of the 42 members on this this committee, none of them were from Erie, and we'll get to that in just a second. But here is what we're investigating tonight. This is part 1. This is the timeline. So on March 12th, the governor of Pennsylvania, Governor Tom Wolf, through an executive order, put up this committee. This committee was designed to try to revamp Pennsylvania's transportation industry, figure out ways to make up about an $8 billion gap in funding in order to make sure that Pennsylvania got back on track financially. Here's what happened the next few weeks. Between March 25th and this still ongoing time period of July 31st, this 42-person committee is meeting bi-weekly. They're trying, Jamison, to figure out, in essence, a proposal that would replace this gas tax and get Pennsylvania back on the financial map.
And some of those measures are really kind of expected to cost you in your pockets. I know specifically the one that is kind of eye-opening is they want to drop the gas tax and charge you 8.1 cents a gallon. Just to kind of put that into perspective, you're currently paying about 2 cents a gallon, so those costs would probably pretty much quadruple.
Yeah, it's amazing what some of these costs, these extra things put in the proposal would do for your pocketbooks, and we'll show you those right now. I do want to mention on August 1st, so 1 week from today, or rather a little bit more than a week from today, which would be next Sunday, this proposal is due. So keep in mind the fact that March 12th to August 1st is only a 5-month span. So there's a lot that has to be packed into this proposal in just 5 months. And that's another part, Jamison, to this proposal, is that there wasn't a lot of time for this committee to put this transportation overhaul into play.
And the one person that we spoke with, they said that is on that committee, said they would have actually liked to have had 2 years to talk about this. So you're talking about cramming this all in 5 months. Yeah, it's definitely not what you expected.
All right, so the crash course continuing. That's the timeline. We showed you the goal. Here's kind of what Jamison was alluding to, the proponents of this plan. This is what will affect you and your pocketbooks and why we're investigating this tonight. There are 3 big things that you need to know with this proposal. Right now it's in draft form, which means this is not finalized, but it's likely to remain similar when the proposal gets published on August 1st. As Jamison said, 8 cents for every mile you drive, you would be taxed under this proposal. Also as well, if you own an electric vehicle, you're not out of the woods either. There would be a tax for electric vehicles for those who are driving non-gasoline powered vehicles. And Jamison, in talking to the people that we spoke with during this investigation, this was numero uno on their concerns for higher taxes and higher rates for taxpayers.
It definitely does. Just to kind of put it into perspective, if you drive about 12,000 miles a year, which is on average, you're looking at $960 alone, and they're actually still trying to figure out exactly how they would enforce this, whether it be through your inspection. But even with that, it raises a lot of questions as how it would be so accurate, because say you take your car out of Pennsylvania and you're on a vacation, how are you going to actually count for those miles when you were in a different state?
It's a lot of good questions. Also keep this in mind as well. The average driver is spending 2 cents per mile on a gallon of gas for taxes. This is quadruple that. So if this proposal gets passed, you'd be paying quadruple the amount you're paying now. But let's go to these taxes on goods and services, Jamison. This is very interesting for small businesses. We've been talking, Jameson and I both, we both worked with the Economic Hardship Reporting Project about businesses shutting down, losing money, trying to recoup revenue. They'd have to run into another wall. $1 would be taxed for restaurants, grocery stores, and delivery companies for each package or meal or DoorDash order that was brought to somebody's door, and that adds up quick.
It really does. And we spoke with the Manufacturer Business Association earlier today, and that was a major concern for them, especially when you consider the logistics companies around here that are helping deliver those goods. You're talking about a pretty significant increase in their costs.
Other things that would have to be cost effective as well would be Uber and Lyft rides, $1.11 tax for those rides as well. So if you're a business owner and you think you can make up some money that you might lose from driving your car, think again. This proposal would in essence negate that with $1 tax. How about vehicle purchases? You need to register your vehicle year after year. You want to purchase a new car with the stimulus money you got with the pandemic. Look out, you might be paying an additional tax, 2% on each vehicle that you purchase. Also, your vehicle registration fee with this proposal would double to $76 a year, and an increase in you to purchase a rental or rent a rental vehicle. So, in terms of vehicle purchases, Jameson, again, this proposal increases taxes on that as well.
Yeah, definitely a lot of different increases all across the board, and that could be coming soon depending on how everything goes. And as you mentioned, the governor, he wants to see the final draft by August 1st, so they are going to be voting on that next week.
So here's the big question. We talked about a two-part investigation. Part number one was what this proposal contains, how exactly it could affect you as a taxpayer in Erie. The other big question that we have tonight is this list behind us right here. You see a list of 48 names. There are 42 of them that are actually part of the committee. This is the list of members on the committee that put together this proposal that was enacted by Governor Tom Wolf and PennDOT. One of them we spoke with today. It's number 34 on your list, Rebecca Euler. She's the CEO and president of the Pennsylvania Motor Truck Association. But out of all the names on this list, out of all the people that were selected to be part of this committee, 0 from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's definitely raising some concerns. So we did speak to the Manufacturer Business Association about that, and we're going to find out tonight just what type of impact this could potentially have on our area, and the fact that we weren't included.
So this is not just a one-part investigation. There are many days, many weeks that are going to come with our investigation into this new transportation proposal, a potential overhaul of the entire transportation system in Pennsylvania on the desk at least a week and a half from now for Governor Tom Wolf. Is it going to pass? How is it going to affect you? How exactly will you fare if this goes into law? We have those answers for you tonight, starting at 5. Jameson and myself will be team covering this. It's going to be an exciting investigation and one you don't want to miss if you're interested in seeing how much you'll be paying in taxes year after year. All right, that's coming up starting at 5. We hope you'll see us then, everyone.